Hi, I'm Julie Owen Morris from Chronically in Christ. When was the last time you were afraid? Last week, I was traveling home by myself from Europe. After I had boarded my first train, I pulled my phone out of my pocket and it had completely malfunctioned. It had zoomed in so much that I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even turn it off. So I thought, oh no, how am I going to look up my next train? How am I going to get my plane ticket confirmation? Everything was on my phone. I had nothing printed out. After a prayer, I decided to reach out to a woman and see if she spoke English. I handed her my phone and asked if she could help. She didn't know what to do and handed it back. After about 15 minutes of deep breathing and more prayer, she asked to see my phone again. She had looked up a video and figured out how to fix it. I was so grateful. I thanked her profusely, and then I said a prayer of thanks to God. Psalm 56:3 in the Message says, "When I get really afraid, I come to you in trust." Many of my memories of being really afraid have to do with my chronic illness. I was really afraid, for example, when I got my first diagnosis of autoimmune disease, psoriatic arthritis. But I was even more afraid about a year later when I got my diagnosis of lupus, which I knew could be fatal. I was later more afraid when the lupus had progressed and affected my kidneys. And my most fear came when my insensitive divorce lawyer told me that I had better not become disabled or I would lose custody of my daughter. So what do you do when you're really afraid? I go to God. I go to God in prayer and more prayer, and eventually a peace settles in. Now, there's not always an immediate resolution or solution like there was on the train. After all, I'm still dealing with 6 autoimmune diseases every day. But I know I have a God that I trust, and I know that I'm not alone in it. I hope you will learn to trust God too and know that He walks through all of these painful, sick-filled days with you. Thanks for listening, and remember to stay chronically in Christ.